it's book chick again, so I thought I would do April TBR part 2 while I'm already sitting here thinking about it. It has to be split into 2 parts because I can't do videos over 15 minutes yet because I'm not verified. So hurry up and hit like and subscribe so that I can get verified and just do these all in one go. Yeah? So the first book on the second part of this TBR is the most recent addition to my collection, which is With the Fire on High. So I like books about food, apparently, because this is like the third or fourth one that I have mentioned so far that has to do with food. I really love books that include the recipes that they're talking about because then I can try them myself, and I'm really impressed when they work out well. This one doesn't have too many recipes in it, which kind of makes me sad. But it does have a recipe about for beer bread, which sounds really good. I just tried beer muffins and those were fantastic. So I'll be trying that recipe for sure. But the actual plot of the book is about this girl named Imani. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right, so I'm sorry if I'm not. Correct me if I'm wrong. But she's had a pretty rough life. So she got pregnant freshman year, I believe, of high school. As this is a teen fiction book. So she got pregnant freshman year, and she has to make some tough decisions, and has to, like, raise her daughter. Her dream is to, like, start her own restaurant because she loves to cook, obviously. And while, like, working on that dream, she's raising her daughter, living with her grandma and her abuela, as she says. And it says, even though she's always dreamed of working in a kitchen, after she graduates, Imani knows that it's not worth her time to pursue the impossible. So apparently she doesn't think that she can do that, but I have a feeling that she will at the end of the book. I mean, it'd be sad if she doesn't. But this is just such a pretty book. Like, the book jacket is pretty. If you remove the book jacket, the book itself is gorgeous. I love it. I think I'm going to love the story. I do wish there were more recipes. I did flip through already and like kind of skim the recipes, and there are only like 3 or 4 recipes it looks like, so that kind of makes me sad. But I'm hoping that the plot of the book makes up for the lack of recipes, because it's not a cookbook. It's supposed to be a book that you read, and I have plenty of cookbooks. So I'm hoping the plot makes up for the lack of recipes, because it is a book about food, so I kind of expected more recipes. But if it doesn't have a lot, then that's fine, as long as it's a really good book. But again, that's my opinion, whether or not I like it. So the next book is The Fall of Five. I lost the book jacket a long time ago, and this has been on my shelf for a long time. But this is part of a series, the I Am Number 4 series, and I believe this is book 4. But the gist of the like entire series is that these kids were forced to leave their home planet because they're aliens, like actual outer space aliens. They were forced to leave because a race of another kind of aliens was after their planet, and they wanted to use up all the resources and like take it. So they pillaged the planet, and they all had to leave, or they would be all murdered. So yeah, so they came to Earth, obviously, and they all were raised here. A lot of them were babies, so they were given a guardian and like a mark and a number. So they're known by their numbers to each other and by their mentors, but then so they're forced to like hide from, I believe they're called Mogadorians, and they're forced to hide from them and run their entire lives. And every time one of them dies, then they get like a new scar. And pretty soon there are only a few of them left. I think there were only like 9 or 10 in total. So pretty soon there are only a few of them left, because a lot of them have been hunted down and murdered. So, and they all have like these really cool powers and stuff, to like help them fight. And the goal is to eventually reunite and defeat the Mogadorians and be able to go back to their home planet, which I think is called Lorien. But yeah, so this is a really good series. Like, I guarantee if you have the time, you will finish like one of the books in a day, because that's about how long it took me with the first few books back when I had time. Now I have time again, so I'm gonna sit down and I'm probably gonna finish the series. So the next several TBRs will probably include the next books in the series. So I'm sorry, but these are really good, so please read them. The last book on my April TBR is While Beauty Slept. So obviously it's about Sleeping Beauty, and this is by Elizabeth Blackwell. Again, it's been on my shelf for years, waiting to be read. So it is, I'll just read the blurb for you. And so begins Elise Dalris's story. When she hears her great-granddaughter recount a tale about a beautiful princess awakened by a handsome prince, it pushes open a door to the past, a door Elise had long kept locked. For Elise was the companion to the real princess who slumbered, and she is the only one left who knows the truth of what happened so many years ago. As the memories start to unfold, Elise is plunged back into the magnificent world behind the opulent palace walls, fleeing a hardscrabble existence and personal tragedy. She builds a new life for herself as a servant to the royal family and quickly rises within the castle hierarchy. As Elise proves herself loyal, she is drawn into the lives of an extraordinary cast of women: a beautiful queen who wakes each morning with tears on her pillow, an elderly spinster who in heartache shuts herself away, a princess who yearns to be free, and the ambitious and frightening sister who cannot accept the fact that she will never rule. Elise has guarded their secrets and her own for a lifetime. While Beauty Slept is her story. So, sounds really good. Kind of like, you know, a royalty, like following the royal family kind of idea, but obviously fiction. It sounds really good. I'm not sure what this is. Is that a person jumping out of a window, or is it supposed to be a bird? I'll be interested to find out. So sounds kind of dark, kind of spooky, probably sad, but really good. I mean, obviously it intrigued me enough to buy it a few years ago, and I'm excited to finally have time to read it. And I believe this is just like a one-off, like it's not a series, so you guys won't get sick of me talking about the next several books, because I have a lot of series that I'm going to be talking about, and you're probably going to get tired of them. So please leave suggestions of things for me to read down below. Hit like and subscribe, because that'll really help me out. But this is the last book on my April TBR, so I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you again.